In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make some apple themed decor just in time for fall using all Dollar Tree items, and I love how each one of them turned out, so let's jump right in. So starting off, I have here this little crate, and this is already painted and distressed. I had this from a previous DIY, and I'm going to reuse it here today. I'm also taking out some of these sticks that were pre-stained as well, and I am going to hot glue them into this crate on the corners. I'm going to place two down in the two front corners and then another two on the other two corners. But the reason I am putting this is because I want to add a little sort of like roof to make a little stand, and I'm gonna do that using a Dollar Tree wooden sign. It almost looks like a little pallet, and I thought it was perfect to make the little top of this stand, but I do want it to be a little bit slanted down, as you see me doing here. I was checking if I wanted to put it straight or if I wanted it slanted, and I do think it looks better slanted. So the other sticks I would have to cut down, and once those are cut, I am gonna just simply hot glue them down into the other corners. Then I went in distressing the roof, and I am using the color Mineral in the Waverly chalk paint. I'm just taking my brush and I am just going to simply distress paint it, and not a full coverage. I want it to look rustic and old and weathered. So as you see how it's looking here, that's exactly how I'm going to leave it. And then I'm just going to set that aside to dry before we place this on top of the sticks. So as that is drying, I am going to start working on these little wooden beads that you see here. I'm just going to take a handful of them and place them in a bag along with some red paint, and then I'm just simply going to just move them around inside of the bag so that they all can get covered and nicely painted. Now this won't make it obviously smooth, perfectly smooth, and may not cover it completely. It can if you keep moving it around, but I do want them to look rustic as well, and so I am just going to keep moving them around inside of the bag until I like how they look, as you see me doing here. Just keep moving them around inside of that paint, and then I am just going to dump these out, trying not to make a mess and have them roll everywhere. I just take a little paper towel and dump them out, and then what I also like to do is take a second paper towel and place that on top of them and just sort of roll them around a little bit so that if it has any excess paint or chunks of paint, it will take it off and kind of dry them as well. So I do that, and as you can see, the beads are nicely covered and they do look rustic and worn out, and I do like that look. So I'm gonna set those aside, and I am going to now fill in my little crate here before I add the little roof, so that way I can have a little bit of space in working. I do stuff it with a bag so that way I don't use too much of my moss. And then after I have the bag down there, I would just start hot gluing down the moss into place so that way it doesn't fall out or move much when you are taking it wherever you need to take it, or whenever you move it. So I do like to hot glue it down, and I'm just simply going to repeat that step, just placing hot glue and placing the moss until the bag is completely covered and you do not see it. And then we can add our little roof. I'm just going to add the hot glue directly to the sticks and then plop it right on. This little stand is turning out to be so cute. I really love the end result. It's super adorable and I love it. Now that the roof is on, I am gonna start going in with this wire that I have. This is just a little garland that comes with little berries on it that you can find at Dollar Tree, and I am just going to cut the actual wire and not use the beads, and I am going to cut them into little, just really small strips, and I am going to place them inside of the holes of the beads. Of course, I am going to take my hot glue gun, place a little bit inside of that hole, and then stick down the wire, and these are going to be the stems of the apples, and look how cute that is, and I think it's super adorable. So now I'm just going to continue that process for the rest of the beads, and that's it. You have all of your little apples. I am super excited for fall, you guys, and I have my home all decorated out for fall already. That is my absolute favorite season. I just love everything about it. What is your favorite season? Let me know down below in the comments. I would love to know. You guys, now that I have those apples done, I do have these mini hay bales that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I am just gonna take one and hot glue it down inside of this little stand. I thought that would be super cute to have some apples laying on top of them, so I am going to just place one down. You could put more if you wanted. I just added one, and then I just simply start going in adding the apples, and I do hot glue them down just so they won't move around. And I am just going in one by one, placing them where I like, making some slanted and tipped over, as an apple stand would look like, and really, fallish. And I just set those up right there. Next, you guys, I have this little mini crisp apple sign, and I thought this would be perfect for that, so I added that there using some thumbtacks. And this is the final result, you guys. I think it's super cute. As I said, it's super adorable, and I love it. This would be perfect inside of your kitchen if you are decorating apple themed, or just really any time of the year, really. And I really love it. Let me know what you think. Next up, I have this little printout here that says Farm Fresh Apples, You Pick. I thought this was super cute. I will have the link to that printout down below in my description box. I also have this little wooden sign, and I'm going to give it a coat of Mod Podge so that way we are able to place down this printout. And the good thing about these printouts is that you don't really have to do much work. All you have to do is just lay them down on whatever you want to put them on, and that is it. You can decorate it up a little bit, and you are good to go. So once I put that layer of Mod Podge, I am going to start to place it down, and I am going to start with the whole sheet, and I'll just cut off the excess when it's on. But I just start off really slowly and gently just to try not to get bubbles, and I did end up getting bubbles anyway, and I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't peel the paper back up because then it would rip, but it's completely fine. I do make it work out, and it looks fine in the end, so it's no big deal. So I am just going to keep scraping it here. I like to use my Cricut tool. I find that it's easier to just lay down flat to the surface. And then once I get that on there, I do take this little knife that you can find at Dollar Tree, and I am going to just cut off the excess of the paper and just get that removed. And once that is removed, I am gonna go in with my sanding block and then go over all of the edges of the sign, so that way it can take off any excess paper that may be hanging around, and make it look better just by sanding around those edges. So now I thought, since it has a little bit of the bubbles, I am going to go in with this truffle color paint, and I am going to go around all of the edges, just distressing it just to make it look worn out, and like it's weathered, and if as if the paper is sort of old. So that is why I say that it turns out, because it really doesn't, you really can't tell that the bubbles are even there in the end unless you really just stare at it. But it does float together because the whole sign is distressed and it's old looking, so I don't mind it. But after I do that, I am going to take some thumbtacks, and I am going to place 4 of them on all 4 corners of this sign. You can add whatever else you would like, but I do like the sign as it is. I think it speaks for itself. It doesn't need any bows or decorations or anything. I like how it looks with the thumbtacks. And that is it for this simple and easy little apple decor sign. I really love it. It's super easy. Let me know what you guys think. You guys know that I am super grateful and always appreciative of your continuous support and all the love that you show my way, your kind comments. And you guys, I put in so much work for these videos and for the channel and to show you guys brand new content each week. And I try to do 2 videos per week for you guys, try to do different content and better content for you guys. And if you would like to give back or ever thought, how could I give back? Here on my channel, now you can do something. It's called Super Thanks. And if you are watching my video, you can see under it has a lot of different little titles there. If you scroll a little bit over, you'll see a little heart that says thanks. And when you click that, this will pop up and you can choose whatever option. And you guys, that is just a small thank you from you to me. And it lets me know that you like my channel and you like my content and you are a supporter. And remember, anything that is given is going back to these videos for craft supplies and items for each video. And you guys, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that in case you wanted to give back, that is a great way. Now moving on to the third DIY for today, I have these little wood palettes that you can find at Dollar Tree, and I also have some red paint. You can find this at Dollar Tree as well. I'm just going to give them both a good coat of paint, and I do paint front and back, but for now I'm just painting the front so I can show you guys. But I am going to paint the entire thing and let that dry really well. And you guys, I just use my hair dryer to speed up that process, because if you don't have a heat tool, your hair dryer works just as well and it does the same exact thing, and it really does speed up that process, and I love to use it, so I do that. Then once that's done, I do have these little leaves that I just picked off of some flowers that you can find at Dollar Tree. And I am going to place them to the top of these palettes. And I'm just simply going to take my hot glue and place them down. And I'm going to do that to both of them. Mind you, I'm doing the same exact steps for both palettes. And then once that is on there, I am going to go in with this pack of sticks that Dollar Tree carries. And I am going to simply pick out the ones that I like for these. And I am simply going to hot glue them down to the top. And how cute are these little palette apples? I really love them. I think they're adorable. And I just, again, continue to do that for the second one. And also paint the back. Don't forget to paint the back, because you will see the back if they are standing up. So I do that to both of them, and that is it for this DIY, you guys. Super simple, and I really love it. Little apple palettes, and they are so versatile. You can use them just as decor, or you can use them as coasters, and I really like them for both. If you have like a apple themed tablescape, it would look really cute as coasters. If you have a apple themed kitchen, it would look nice as just decor. Anything you like to have them for, I think they are super cute. Let me know what you think of this little quick and easy DIY. Here is one last look at all of today's DIYs. I love today's theme, the apple theme of the DIYs. I think they all turned out super cute. Let me know which one was your favorite from today, and let me know if you liked today's video by giving this video a big thumbs up. Hit that like button, and do consider to hit that subscribe button as well. I would love for you to be a part of my YouTube family. And I will see you all on the next one, guys. Take care. God bless.